On the weekend against United, Bunny sort of had to come off towards the end. Just, is there an update on her fitness?
Oh, she has been training fully this week, so there hasn't been any issues with her.
And going into the game against Forest, is there any other injury concerns? How's the squad sort of fitness-wise going into that one? Who's available for selection?
Yeah, I think it's been a good week. I think every player that was available in last weekend, they are ready for this game also. So yeah, looks like we have a hungry squad to get a good result in Nottingham this weekend. So yeah.
And how are you viewing this game? Because of course, wanting to progress, but you're also looking to maybe rotate or give players who are coming back from injury minutes as well. How do you view this one in terms of lining up against Nottingham Forest?
Yeah, the first most important thing is that I will put a team that I think will win the game. There is no doubt about that. The most important thing is to be able to win the game and qualify for the next round. But it's also, like you're saying, I think we have a great squad with very good players, and I think it's also an opportunity for some of them, like you're saying, also have been injured or coming back, to probably get some opportunity to play. But I haven't decided yet exactly how we're going to do that. But of course, it is an opportunity for that, yes.
And how do you look at the challenge of Nottingham Forest? Of course, there's learnings to take from the Newcastle game against a team in a lower division. So how do you look at the challenge of Forest?
Yeah, we can't look like we were doing in the last game against Newcastle. We definitely need to do a better performance. I think it's a good team, and we played them also in the friendly before the league started in August, and they gave us some questions and some challenges. So I'm definitely prepared that, and the players are also prepared that we will definitely go in and we have a great respect for the opponent, but we also know that if we are doing the things that we should do and doing that to 100%, we should win the game. They have some quick forwards, also Dean Rose, one of them that is definitely a threat, and especially in transitions for us.
And how good would it be to end this period before the next international break with a win and progress into the knockout stages of this competition to kind of continue that momentum that we've built?
Yeah, I think it's a team. We are a team with good confidence, self-confidence right now. We're performing well, but it's like I said also earlier, the team is always trying to find new things to improve and to grow in. So I think no matter how many games you have won in a row, this is a new game, and that's the most important thing right now. It doesn't matter. The only thing we have with us is the win and the confidence, and we're going to use that. But you need to use it in the right way, so you are respectful to the opponent and putting 100% into everything we do. Then I think we have, of course, a great opportunity to continue the winning streak.
And just finally from me, this, as we've said, this is the last game before the international break. How have you viewed the progress of the team in the last batch, since the last international break, going into this one?
Yeah, I think we are. I think we're growing from game to game. I think that's, like I said, also all the time that we can create scoring chances and win in different ways. Now we had Lauren Hemp back, and who has a massive impact to the game, I think. The other games, Iman has had a great impact to the team. And also Rebecca has come in also giving something to the team. So this is something for us that we will not look the same from game to game. We have so many different qualities among the player, and that is probably the learning that we're doing about ourselves, that no matter which players that is starting the game, it will or might look different from the other game, because the opponent is giving us different things, but also our players are different. and my job is to maximize these players, and that's probably the biggest learning, that we can have different phases from game to game.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll go to Zoom now. We'll start with Dan.
Hi, Andre. Hope you're well.
Hi.
Just coming back to the learnings and playing a second-tier club. You know, obviously in the group, I think Forest got a good result against Everton. Obviously Newcastle played well against yourselves as well. So, you know, what have you made of kind of the Tier 2 opposition? And have you kind of been, you know, when you look at that league, are you kind of a little bit surprised on how competitive it is?
Yeah, maybe. It's difficult to watch the games on video and compare it to us. But playing the last game against Newcastle, and how much, let's say, attitude, mentality, winning duels can affect the result and affect the performance. And what Newcastle put in that game was very good, and they were doing it very difficult for us. So a big learning for us is that if we don't do everything as we are supposed to do, and we give them opportunity to put balls in behind our back four, or we're not going into duels and so on, it will be a challenge for us, definitely. So we learned a lot from the last game, and the players are definitely aware that we need to start on a higher level than we did last time we played a team from the second division.
Just want to ask you about playing at the City ground, because there's not many of those kind of big traditional old stadiums left now. You know, all the modern stadiums have been built. So, you know, how nice is it to go to, you know, one of the kind of iconic stadiums left in England? You know, obviously great pitch as well.
Yeah, of course, it's fantastic. So being a kid in Sweden and followed English football for so many years, to come to these stadiums and breathe the atmosphere of such an great history there is, of course, that's going to be great both for me but also for the players. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that.
That's brilliant. That's all from me, Andre. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. We'll go to Gethin next.
Hi, Andre. Just going back to last week, I think one of the things, obviously you mentioned that was Lauren Hamp's performance. You know, I think from when she came back from injury, she's got up to a really, really high level straight away. And I'm kind of just wondering whether you think that's a credit to the medical staff and kind of leaving it long enough to make sure she was definitely back to full fitness to go again. Because obviously, you know, it's come under criticism a little bit in the past for having so many. I was just wondering whether you think, you know, seeing Lauren Hemp come back and be so good is maybe a way of saying, like, look to the fans, have patience, and just like we're doing our thing for the future.
Yeah, and I think it's good that you are highlighting that, because something about the performance team, how they taking it, from my point of view, sometimes a little bit too slow, but they are doing it in a very professional way, and they're very concerned about the players and doing it in the right steps. And this shows also that we took it slowly with Lauren. She played about 30 minutes against Everton, and now she got more minutes in this game, but she's still on her way back, if that makes sense. So they are very professional, and they do it in a very good way. So it's definitely worth mentioning that it's about injured players and not just throw them in and think that now they're ready to play. So they've done a great job.
Thank you. And obviously, Mary Fowler's book has come out this week, and one of the things she talked about was kind of some more difficult experiences she had at her last time in France. I was just wondering, kind of, what do you do as a manager and also, you know, the club more widely to kind of protect player welfare?
Yeah, I think it's we have first of all we have a very big staff that is giving the players all the support they need, everything they might need help with, support with, or whatever. There's a lot of people around that is giving them everything they can. We cannot protect players from everything, but also learning, being with this squad for 3 months, you also see that it's very strong individuals. Many of them has been around the game for a while, so they also are very capable of handling positive things, but also setbacks. And I think that they also feel they have comfort amongst their teammates. They have many of them have support also on their own with agents and so on, that is giving the players as much as support that they can and protecting. Yeah, partly protecting, but also with social media and everything, we cannot prevent and protect from everything. So we also need to make sure that they know that we are here if they need to, or if they have to have some help, need some support. And I hope that is a good feeling amongst the players, so they know that we definitely do everything if there is anything that they need some help with.
And then just finally from me, you know, in terms of with the cup, people quite often see cups like a way to maybe get something out of a season when you're struggling in the league. Kind of for you, having, you know, obviously had a pretty successful season in the league so far, kind of how do you view the cup? Is it something that, you know, you can use to play different players in, try different things out in? Or is it like in the way of just your momentum in the league a little bit?
I think from my point of view and the club's point of view, everything we participate in this year, we would like to go as far as we can, and would definitely like to win. And that's my job. And also the players are also very excited of. We would like to see how good we actually can be this year. So there is no doubt about that. Everything we do is to try to win the game. But also, like you're saying, it also gives us opportunity to see players that has come back from injuries and so on, also to develop relationship between some other players on the field. But there is no doubt that the task or the mission for us is to go as far as we can in this cup.
Thank you.
Thank you.